Damn, hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling. Every
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news and analysis. How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know in the chat. How's everyone feeling? It's good to see everybody. Make sure you guys are spamming the like button, hitting that share. Market ready to crash. Solid 7. Let's go. 7 out of 10. You love to see it. What's up, broski? How soon and how high Bitcoin next bull run or the next run? I got you. I like that question. Hey, bro. CPI tomorrow morning. What's up, Eli? What is up? He says, see you in a bit. What do you see Bitcoin passing? Where do you see Bitcoin passing 100K or reaching close? By end of year or 2025? End of year or 2025? Yeah, probably 2025. BlackRock made 500 bills shorting Bitcoin from 70K to 53. Bitcoin crashed to 15K. Yeah, listen, hey bro, so check it out. If they made 500 bill, that's the end of that. They made that money to buy more. That's the end of that. All right. Let's get into the markets. Let's get into the charts. The TA. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. All I want, tomorrow is my birthday. All I want for my birthday is Solnik. I am the best indicator. I don't remember seeing any content from you in 2022. Hopefully. All I want for my birthday. All I want for my birthday is Solnic to have an official hard reversal. I posted a few muscle cars in my in the Telegram. Yeah, I saw them, bro. They looked freaking dope. Price prediction for But the Cream.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
She said, I said happy birthday in Japanese. Thank you. Happy early birthday. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's take a look. Right now, Bitcoin is chilling at 57,500, and we are flirting. It doesn't even know. Doesn't want to close green today for the third straight day or red. We don't know. But what we do know is we've had a cross to the RSI. We've had a cross to the upside on the RSI. And what we do know is, as we discussed yesterday, we had Bitcoin flash red on the RSI. This has only happened 10 times. 10 times. Okay? Every time that it has happened, every single time that it has happened in the past, it was either A, the local bottom, or B, very near the local bottom. Can you show us in chart when you usually enter in an altcoin to avoid falling knife? Very good question. Hello, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Don't mislead. You don't mislead, bro. You're misleading. Here's the facts. Here's the facts. You see this? How this is red? Let me show you when this happened before. The war in Israel. When Luna went to zero. Those are the last times that we went into the red. That's it. That's it. This whole 4 years. That's it. But it goes back further. We went red when C19 happened. I don't even know if you can say it anymore. You guys know what I'm talking about. We had flashing red on the RSI at the 2018 bottom. The actual, literal bottom. That was it. Okay, it goes all the way back. But all of these were a local bottom, and the only exception was the war in Israel. And it went 1% lower and then reversed. That was it. That's it. Hit those likes. Let's get it to 15,000 likes. Blacklock low life controls everything. Okay. So, okay, let's think about this logically, my man. Let's think about this logically, okay? So what he's saying, he brings up a good point. He says, BlackRock controls everything. That's the only indicator you need. All right, let's think about this logically. They have now invested trillions of dollars into Bitcoin. Trillions of dollars. Do they want to shoot themselves in the face? No. Like, you are saying the right thing with in the wrong flavor. You have the Kool-Aid, but you have the wrong flavor. They are not in the business of losing money. That's it. Where do you see Bitcoin in 2025? 138K is my medium case. 138,000. My bull case is 207,000. $207,000 is my bull case. That's it. All right. Let's get into the TA. Let's get into your guys' questions. Definitely not 5K. No. And again, is what they do not what they say? Yeah, exactly. I bought it at 44K. Bethany, my best advice is to dollar cost average. Dollar cost average, meaning you buy a little bit each and every week, regardless of the price. I just got fantastic mouth hug from a truck stop lizard. Bitcoin is backed by dollar, not gold. Bitcoin is backed by math. All right, so listen. What you should do is you should read the Bitcoin Standard. If you have not read the Bitcoin Standard and you own Bitcoin or any crypto, you are wrong. Chart's not showing. That's it. If you own any crypto, and you have not read the Bitcoin Standard, you are wrong. Period. Listen, China banned Bitcoin. Listen, you have to understand where the narratives are coming from. China banned Bitcoin 3 times before the bull run. Okay? All the worst news is at the bottom. All the best news is at the top. If you follow news and narratives, you will get wrecked. Period. 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 If you follow news and narratives, you will get wrecked. Period. China banned Bitcoin 3 times. The ban, the ultra ban, the ultra extra ban. All right. Solnick to 589. Yeah. And I have never seen, again, nothing is impossible. Yeah, Germany already bought back $111 million today. Exactly. We have macro stuff you don't know. Yeah, that's what they said in 2022. When we had a real recession. When we had a real deal, actual recession. I know that they changed the definition on what a recession was, but before, from 1901 all the way through 2021, the definition of a recession was 2 consecutive GDP quarters at a loss. That was the definition of a recession. In 2021, or 2022 rather, they changed the definition. I can assure you, we're not having worse economic conditions than that. That was a real recession. Bro. My man. Do you just like, just say you missed the bottom. Just say that, fam. I only invest in gold, silver, Rolex. Okay, have fun just preserving your wealth. That's it. That's all it will do. You should just go do that. Go start a channel about gold, silver, and Rolexes. If you have no idea what you're talking about crypto, just say that. Here's what I did. I called the bottom on the day, 6 months in advance. I called the breakout on the day, 6 months in advance. Well, 3 months in advance. I said I would shave my head if we went lower than 15,500 in December of 2022. I called this out as a local bottom when Silicon Valley went to 0. I tweeted this out as a local bottom. I put it in my Discord. I made a video about it. I said, this is a local bottom. I want you to think about what this feels like so you can recall it, recollect it for next time that it happens. The next day, 9/12/2023, video evidence. At 20K, I said we would go to 48K, or I would shave my head, my face, and my cat. As you can see, I have a nice, luscious beard. Bab hates stocks, crypto, money, freedom. We got Rolexes, though. Fiat is worse than catching an STD from kissing your cousin. Ain't nothing worse than that, brother. Oh God. All right. Mic is low, is it? It's because I'm over a little bit. It's almost impossible to ban Bitcoin. It is literally impossible. You can ban it if you like. You can ban it if you like, and you will get cut out from the pie. How is it, bro? Yep, I remember. Yo, disappeared for a minute. Best advice is to sell to me. What's your shave your head prediction for now for Bitcoin? My shave my head prediction for now? Okay, my man Bab says that we're going to go to 15K. If we go to 15K, I will shave my head. What is the local bottom? It's not sounding dumb, bro. You're good. A local bottom is just like, okay, so like let's dive into this, okay? So for Bitcoin, the absolute bottom on this cycle was when FTX went to zero. The absolute best time to buy Bitcoin was the maximum fear. The most painful maximum fear moment when FTX went to zero. That was the absolute bottom, right? But when I say local bottom, what I mean is after this time passed, Bitcoin, so like from the absolute bottom, we went up 60% in 103 days. Okay, and then we crashed again, and people said, and I remember, I was here, from this point of 25,000, we crashed to 22%. We crashed 22%, and everyone was freaking out because they were so skittish about FTX had just happened. I get it. I understand why they were freaking out. It was fresh in their mind, and everyone's like, oh, it's going to 12K, bro. It's going to 10K. That's it. It's over. Ah! Right? But I was one of the only crypto creators that was like, nope, this is the bottom. So when I say locally, it's within this time frame. Okay? And then when we fast forward again, we went up to 31K and crashed again on the war. When the war in Israel kicked off, we crashed again to 25K. That was another local bottom. Okay? But months and months had passed. So this was in August. This was in June. This was in March. This was when Silicon Valley went to zero. This was when the war in Israel kicked off. What was this event? I forget what. There was like an event that happened here. I feel like it was another bank that went to zero. I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. The narratives are not important. Yeah. Hey, Bab, take your own advice. Stop babbling and start listening. Stop babbling and start listening. Take your own advice. Stop babbling and start listening. What's up, Ski? On the YouTube today. Let's go, Cali XT.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
What's up, Savage Life? Coin price prediction. Bab the type to eat Snickers bar upside because the texture, he likes the texture on his thumb. Bro, imagine telling me to stop babbling and start listening. That's crazy. Stop babbling and start listening. I've only made 1,500 videos about crypto. Can you show us in chart when you usually... Okay, thank you for reminding me, Vinny. I like that question. It's a good question. Okay, so the question... Let me try to rephrase this question to make it like simple. And correct me if I'm misunderstanding your question, right? So the question, put simply, is... What is the point from which it's a falling knife to where it it enters into a different phase which it is good to buy. The transitionary period from a falling knife to the point where you feel safe about entering. Right? Thanks for the content. Enjoy listening to the lives. Thanks, fam. Am I rephrasing your question correctly? Okay, good. You ready for Bitcoin Nashville? I am ready. I followed you for a while, but you're not on Twitch that much anymore. I'm on Twitch every single day, brother. We were at 6 p.m. Central, but now it's Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Central. That is the official hard time. Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Central. And then we'll do Sunday. We'll do an afternoon one. I think it's going to be 1 p.m. Central. Great recommendation. Thank you, Ski. I love that book. All right. Okay, so the transition from the falling knife into accumulation, okay? It will look like this, okay? Now, realistically, the safest bet is going to be this play right here, which is your sign of strength back test. Okay, that's when it's the most distinguishable. But when basically you are falling, you have a maximum pain, maximum fear event. Maximum pain, maximum fear. Okay, for this we're looking at ICP's market cap, but it doesn't matter, right? We're looking at structures, what we're really looking at. But this is ICP's market cap. Okay, maximum pain, maximum fear. That is normally your selling climax, okay? Now, you can start, it's hard as hell to take a stab on the selling climax, but you don't need to. You really don't need to, because even in Wyckoff, even in textbook Wyckoff, let's pull up some images. What you'll see is, this one will be fine. What you'll see is, oh my, I went too much, bruh. Okay, I'm trying to zoom in on this. Okay. I don't know what just happened. Okay, anyways, it doesn't, here we go. Okay, so you have your selling climax. So this is your skidding down phase, right? The falling knife phase. You have your selling climax. The selling climax is your maximum fear, maximum pain. Right? So you have your skidding down, falling, maximum fear, maximum pain. Now, what you'll notice is you have 2 points, textbook wise, that go lower than your selling climax. This typically holds true. I would say if you're going to enter on a selling climax, it's not always true. Most of the time it is true. You have 2 points that are lower, but they're not maximum fear though. But if we look at the maximum fear point on the market cap of ICP, you went another, well, this is a lot though. 27. I mean, I guess it's not really a lot in the terms of crypto. But you would really look for, you could start to accumulate at a maximum fear, maximum fear, yeah, that's going to be the first point to accumulate. It's hard to recognize that though. But really the best thing is like some time will pass and you'll just be chopping. When you start to see that, just like maximum fear and then time has passed and you're just chopping, boring. That is when you can really start to aggressively accumulate. And the safest play to accumulate on Wyckoff from the transition from the skid down is actually right here. This is your safest play because this is your sign of strength back test of the prior range. That's the safest bet and the least amount of time. It's called your sign of strength. I don't really like this one here, but it's called your sign of strength and your back test of the prior range. Okay, here you go. So you have your sign of strength and your back test. So when you get your sign of strength, the sign of strength, what it does is it tells you that this whole boring chop is done. But usually you have a pullback. That's your safest play. You're selling Climax, and if you get a secondary test that goes lower from a maximum fear event, that's when you can really start to accumulate heavy. You don't always get a spring. The spring is the variable. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Do you think it will go lower? No, I don't. I'm HST, should be able to attend. Let's go, fam. Bitcoin Wyckoff reaccumulation is done. Yes, I think so. Why is TikTok so lame? They suppressing your content hard. I know, right? It's all good. It's all good. Wyckoff, Elliott Wave, Bitcoin technical analyst. Where do you think we are at? I'm more of a Wyckoff guy, Matt. I understand the basics of Elliott Wave, but that's not my bread and butter. Not at all. Cali XT, thank you for the lightning, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
OG Crypto says, so for poor people, just DCA when it's boring. That's right. Why Wyckoff over Elliott? Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is because it's more difficult to learn. And what I found personally is it holds true more often. That's why they call Wyckoff, they literally call it Wyckoff theory. The theory of Wyckoff. Right? The theory of Wyckoff. But they don't call it, or excuse me, Elliott Wave theory is what they call it. I said that wrong. They call it Elliott Wave theory. But they don't call it Wyckoff theory. They just call it Wyckoff. But I think that they're both solid. And if, Matt, if you have like a sharp edge with Wyckoff or with Elliott Wave, stick with that. I just personally like Wyckoff work on stops. Absolutely. Maggie. Or Magpie. Wyckoff was developed 100 years ago. More than 100 years ago. For specifically stocks. But what Wyckoff really is, and why I like it so much, what Wyckoff really is you're measuring sign and look, they have the Bitcoin chart. That's funny. You're measuring measuring the psychology of investing, and you're measuring supply and demand, right? So when you really just zoom out, what you could really represent this as, and what I really like it for, is it just looks like this. When you really zoom out, it looks like this. And it just does this over and over and over again. And this to me is just about balance. And that's what the market is really always trying to do, is find balance in the market. That's it. So that's all really Wyckoff is. It's a mixture of measuring how the market is trying to find balance and also the psychology of investing. Price prediction for Render. I think that Render's in distribution. Thoughts on WIF? We'll look at WIF. Humans try to find balance. That's right. Some of us not so successful. All right. Did you know Richard Wyckoff personally? I did not. Shout out to the GOAT. Richard Wyckoff died over 100 years ago. He's the one that developed this. He died 1934. So there you go. Shout out to the GOAT. He developed this over 100 years ago, and it still holds true today. To this day. Even when you look up the psychology of investing, right? You have Wyckoff too. And it has the .com. see if we can find it. I know you guys have seen that one. It's like Maximum Fear. It's like this one, but it's a little bit different. This one right here. It's the one. Here it is, right here. This is the one I'm looking for. This is the .com bubble. This is Wyckoff too. Okay, bro. I just want the picture, fam. What are we doing? I don't care about your 1-800 stuff. I want this picture. Give me the picture. All right. So it's the same thing though. All this is Wyckoff too. So this is like, people have probably seen this. This is like the different feelings at the different stages. So you have hope. You have the disbelief rally. You have the optimism. This is really real. You have belief, right? You have thrill. You have peak euphoria, blow off top, right? Then you have compliance, anxiety, denial, capitulation, panic, anger, depression, right? But when you get into all of this, the anger, the depression, the panic, where's the full? It didn't like show how it kind of starts over again, right? All of this is accumulation. All of this is distribution. This is your markup. This is your markdown. But this is what it looks like, or this is how it feels, rather, right? This is how Wyckoff feels at every stage. And famously, this chart is actually what my man was talking about. He said he was here for it. This is the .com. This is the .com bubble chart. I'm looking for the full thing. Here's like where it kind of starts over. Here's the one I really want. It's not really showing it, but like this is all accumulation right here. If I click on it, is it going to give me, here we go. This is the one I wanted right here. This is the .com bubble. That's what this is. You have your markup, peak euphoria, blow off top. This is distribution. This is your buying climax, right? Then you have your markdown. All of this is accumulation. That's all accumulation. Let's get to euphoria. Is Wyckoff still widely used in the stock market? Not really, because it's pretty difficult to learn. There are some Wyckoff traders, but there's not a lot. There's not a lot of people that talk about Wyckoff. And like most people that teach it, like if I go on YouTube and I look up Wyckoff, like it's the most boringest shit ever. It's like Bueller. So it's kind of difficult to learn because there's no one like actually like really pumped about teaching it, right? Or if, I don't know, they're just like reading. From everything that I've seen, it's all like PowerPoints, you know, and it's just like, here you see this and all like it's really boring. But I think that there's an advantage of that. So we in the hope phase. We're somewhere in here, yeah. Like we already had all of this. It's like, yeah, I'd say, yeah, we're in the hope phase. That's right, we're in the hope phase. Can you explain the psychology of automatic rally? The automatic rally would be the hope phase, yeah. And you'll see like a decent pullback here too. Do you think we're in a bear trap phase? Yes. I do think that we're in a bear trap. I do think that this is a bear trap, yes. Would it be smart decision to open a 5x leverage on Bitcoin now for the next few months? If you're going to hold a trade for months, I would say like 3x. In the stock, it takes years. That's right. Stocks do take years to take out, like to play out. This is like a whole decade right here. Right? But it plays out on every level. It plays out on every single level, on every single time frame. When you really become a master, you'll find it on the 1 minute chart. Not that you should be hanging out on the explain a bear trap. In my opinion, this is what we've had right now. You have a sudden crash, a bear trap. So, okay, there is, they say bull market, and then they say a bear market, right? So if a bull were to hit you in the air, you would go flying. right? So that's a bull market when the market just goes up exponentially, right? That's what they call a bull market. And if a bear were to maul you, you would get hit to the ground, right? So when stuff goes down. And when they call people bears or bulls, when they say this guy's a bear, he's a bull, what they're saying is like, if someone's a bear, they're pessimistic, right? And they always think it's going to go down. And if someone's a bull, they're optimistic. They always think it's going to go up, right? So a famous bear would be Michael. What is the guy that's in the Big Short, right? He's always bearish. Like Robert Kiyosaki is always bearish. He thinks that the world is going to collapse every single day, right? So a bear trap, though, is when you have like a big crash to the downside. People get a little squeamish. People get a little scared. And I'm not saying that 100% that this is a bear trap, but it looks like one to me. But if this were to reverse in the next couple of days or weeks or whatever, and do one of these numbers and then like go off and away, this would have been a bear trap. It's a trick. It's like a crossover. It's a juke move. It's an Allen Iverson crossover. It's a Barry Sanders juke move. You think it's doing one thing, because what the bears think is they're like, oh my God, it's going straight to Hades. It's going straight to Valhalla. It's going straight to hell. That's what they think, right? That would be a bear trap. Maximum pain before reversing. And typically, you have to understand how the market actually moves. The market moves in the most painful way humanly possible. That is a fact. And the reality is, especially in crypto, people always want one or the other. They want a bear market. They want a bull market. But in reality, 90% of the time, it's a crab market of boring and sideways. It's Ragnarok. We're fucked. I have money to pay and learn. I have a full course for the price of a cup of coffee, $9.99 on my Patreon. Patreon.com/yaboyski. Most people charge thousands of dollars. That is not what I charge. I charge $10, which is the least minimum that I could charge for the amount of content that I have. Over 30 hours. Yeah, because I'm not really trying to like, you know what I mean? I'm not really trying to like exploit you guys. I'm really trying to like bring you guys value. But at a certain point, okay, like I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't want to make any money. I'm not saying that. But at a certain point, like you need to have a little bit of investment. Yeah, exactly. I have 31 hours of content. Specifically teaching every single thing that I teach. You think a local bottom is in for Bitcoin? I do think that. Kids today don't know that Allen Iverson crossover. It was lethal back in the day. Because it was a bunch of dudes who were on crack. It was even worse. And like no one ever did it before. If he would have done that in the 60s, they would have accused him of being a witch. He crossed MJ. He crossed everybody. Local bottom means what? Local bottom means within this time frame, I don't think that we're going to go any lower. So before this happened right here, so locally, when we're looking at this chart locally, like if we zoom out, there's way more data, right? But when we look at this chart locally, this is about going on 5 months of data. Okay, before, let's say a couple days ago, what was it, July 4th? Before July 4th, this was the local bottom. When we look at this chart of about, well, when you count all this is about 6 or 8 months of data. But just this box right here, is about 5 months of data. So that was the local bottom before July 4th. And this, as of right now, is the new local bottom. To me, I don't think we're going lower than this. What is this music right now? All people calling for 30K have not Study mining. Exactly. Listen, that is the key. That is maybe the most brilliant comment. You are correct. I love that comment, and let's talk about that comment, okay? Because that's 100% correct. Yasin, I don't know if I'm saying, I know I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry if I say it wrong. If you want to like type out phonetically how you say it, I'll say it again. What is your time for class? Because I'm in UK. It's just videos that are you talking about for my Patreon? Okay, I'll come back to that question. Aren't you charting crypto, guy? I am charting crypto. So Yasin, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, says all these people calling for 30K crypto. Bro, TikTok. All these people calling for 30K Bitcoin have not studied mining. Miner's floor right now is 60K. And I would say relatively, right? Because obviously we're a little bit lower than 60K. But when you go on a weekly chart or the value, that's true. Why name change? What are you talking about, fam? My name's been the same forever. Okay, the biggest whales in the market have been, will always be the miners. That's who you should pay attention to. That's who's running the show. That's who's running the show. So realistically, to Yasin's point, that's all that matters. I'm so happy I found you. Sounds like Chinatown. Yeah. So why do you think it's the local bottom? Okay, a couple reasons. One, you need to pay attention to like crypto Twitter. Pay attention to TikTok crypto. People are scared. People are freaked out. People are bearish. I can just get your guys' vibes. Megan, thanks for the It's Corn.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Yes, the Bitcoin miners, fam. The Bitcoin miners. Okay, so like just for one thing, just like on a straight up emotional intuition like vibe check, people are freaked out. People are scared. People think it's going lower. Okay, so the vibes check, because here's the deal. Every single bottom on any time frame is always maximum fear. The best time to buy Bitcoin was when FTX went to zero. The second biggest exchange in the world, poof, overnight, went to zero. That was the second best time to buy Bitcoin, right? Or the first best. The second best time was when Luna literally went to zero. A top 10 cryptocurrency, poof, overnight. Okay? It's always maximum fear. It's always squeamish. It never feels good buying the bottom. You will always think, am I crazy? Right? Am I absolutely nuts? That's number one. Number two, straight up technically, this to me is Wyckoff accumulation, and this is the spring. As well, when we look up on the RSI, we flashed into the 20s. Okay? There's been 3 other times that we flashed into the 20s. It was a local bottom when the war in Israel kicked off. It was not when FTX went to zero, Luna went to zero. Okay? Not only that, we went red. We went red about 10 different times across the last 3 different cycles. Okay, so you can see like when I zoom in, right? When I zoom in on this is red, right? You can see how this is red, and there's other times when it's green, right? It's green, okay? Every time that this is flash red, every time, it was either a local bottom on the day, or B, it was very close within 1% in a couple of weeks. The only outlier was the war in Israel. It flashed red technically here, and it went 1% lower a couple weeks later. 1% lower. Okay? That was it. But every other time, it was on the day. Right? On the day was the peak. On the day. Even when C19 kicked off, we flashed red every single time. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that it is a bottom, and there is no indicators that equal everything. But I would say, for a fact, we are closer to the bottom than we're not. Colder than expected based on M2 rate of change. History says it will go lower. What history tells you that, my friend? Because let's look at the history, shall we? Let's look at the history. It says history says it'll go lower. Let's look at the history. All right? Let's look at the... here's point number 3. Can I look at this only chart? I will right after this. Shout out to my wife for getting me this for my birthday, by the way. What do you see? We do not see your screen. Check on YouTube. YABOYSKEY. I'm live on there. All right. So let's look at the halving. So history, he says history would not. Excuse me. What did he say? What the hell did he say? What was the exact thing? History says it will go lower. Let's look at history, because this is the best part about charts. It has nothing to do with narrative. It has nothing to do with story. It's all DAX. It's all facts. No printer. It's all data. It's all history. Right? All right, so let's look at the history. This is the halving. The orange dotted lines I have set up as the halving. Right? Every time, people have this story in their brain that the halving is high 5 times. It's not. It has never been. Okay? And what we've had is we crashed 25%, and it was boring after the halving, followed by a 25% crash. Let's think. Have we ever had anything like that? And let's study the other halvings. Because people think in their mind, this halving sucks compared to the other one. Well, that's not real. That's a story. That's not real. That's just a story that people have made up in their heads or believed other people's story. But that's not real. So let's look at the 2020 halving, which people think is awesome. Bitcoin was at $9,000. The top was $69,000. At the prior halving, Bitcoin was at $9,000. And not only that, we traded sideways and boring, and we got rejected when we tried to get above the all-time high. Guess what? We got rejected. 20% correction. We did not make a new all-time high for 228 days after the halving. Okay, what about this one? All right, we got the halving. This one is the one, in my opinion, structurally, this is exactly what we're doing. History. Exactly what we're doing. Okay, so we have the halving. We traded sideways and boring. Boom. 31% correction after the halving. 31% correction after the halving. This is in 2016. We wicked below this purple line, which is the 200 moving average. This is the average price over the last 200 days. Right? And the same thing happened again. Here's the prior all-time high. When we attempted to get above it, what do we have? 2 times. Big, massive corrections. What is the percentage here? To the tune of 35% the first time we attempted to get above an all-time high. 35% correction. The second time, 35% 4% correction. Massive corrections. If this happens in the stock market, people are losing their jobs. Okay? And then from the halving until we made a proper all-time high, 299 days. Okay? So what did we have happen? Sideways and boring, 31% correction, wicking below the 200 moving average. Let's look at what just happened. Two things that have happened in the past are happening right now. Thing number one, attempting to make a new all-time high, big correction. That's thing number one. That is consistent with every single bull, with every single 4-year cycle. Thing number two, after the halving, sideways and boring, we have a 25% correction. $25.6 correction. Bitcoin to 10,000 by okay, the 10,000 calls are back. That's how you know the bottom is in. That's how you know. Do we call this a bull flag? Yeah, I think on a macro on the daily, this is a bull flag. 2. All right, my man. To answer your question, my course is video. I upload videos every week. Did Wyckoff hint to what was going to happen for Luna? No, that's a different thing, ARG. That's a good question. Luna was broken and exploited. I'm not a huge patterns guy. I'm a big Wyckoff guy. And I'm... KJ, thank you for the tiny diny. You savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
I'm not a huge patterns guy. Look at the stock market. It's vertical. Unlike other cycles. Simple Man says, most people thinking downside. I was thinking the same thing with relative strength. Simple Man, here's the deal. When most people think something, especially with investing, but I would almost say with everything, when the herd thinks something, it's wrong. Trade the opposite of the herd and you will do fantastic. What's up, Ski? What's up, King Henry? We could revisit the local bottom. Certainly could. Yes. We certainly could. All right, let's look at Solnik. What's up, Double Up? What's up, fam? All right, let's look at Solnik. By the way, Solnik to me has the exact same price. When I talked about Wyckoff earlier, and I said the safest entry is your back test of the sign of strength, right? That's what I said. This is my favorite. Do you realistically think VET will hit 69 cents? I do. Most people trading crypto don't know what Wyckoff. That's facts, Miles Taylor. That is facts. And again, I think this is my personal philosophy. I think the road less traveled, the more 2,000 likes. We'll look at Flux. I like Flux. Flux is my favorite, like, small cap. Solnic is my favorite micro cap or less than micro cap. Flux is my favorite small cap. Evening, Ski. Good evening, Frank TCG. Okay, so to me, Solnic has the exact same chart as Flux. Or, same chart as Flux, too, really. But LCX specifically, because LCX had a really strong sign of strength, and then your back test at the prior range. They're in the same spot. And when we look at Render, someone asked me to look at Render. Render tells us what's next for anything. Link looks like this. Theta looks like this. Aave looks like this. You know, Dot looks like this. Quant looks like this. AVAX, Uni, everything looks like this. Big D, thanks for the corn, the ice cream, the lightning, the chili. You savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
I appreciate you, fam. Realistically, do you think VET will hit 69 cents? I do. And even more so, I'm confident that VET will be here 10 years from now. And to me, that's even more important. Shit, what was my... Rose looks like... Oh, yeah. Render gives us the keys to the castle. Because this is how Wyckoff accumulation plays out. Okay? I think that Render... I don't know, like... I don't know that it's great value right now. Okay, I'll put it to you like that. Okay? Because you had your markdown. You had your accumulation. You had your sign of strength. You had your back test at the prior range. And then, boom. This is what's next. This is what most of the market is going to do very, very soon. And then it will do distribution, aka the top, and it will start the process over, right? That's what's gonna happen. Think he's ignoring anything about Arrow? Listen, I don't like Arrow's chart. To me, thoughts on Veracity? Veracity has the same chart too. To me, anything with this chart right here, I'm gonna show you the chart. Let's look at Link. Because Link is just the most, like, beautiful textbook. Like, actually textbook. Like, literally, when we look at textbook Wyckoff, when we look at actual, factual, literal textbook Wyckoff, let's pull it up. I think they had some stuff in here. Yeah. Okay, here's textbook, right? This is textbook. I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. Nice. What is this? Okay, cool. So this is actual, literal, like the actual textbook, right? When you study Wyckoff, this is what the book will show you. This is what textbook looks like. Markdown, selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test of phase B, your spring. That's optional. You don't always need a spring. And then you get your sign of strength and your back test. You have your LPS, all that, right? This is textbook. Look at Link. Literally the same chart. Okay? This is textbook. So any chart that looks like this with real fundamentals, real tokenomics, I'm buying. And what you'll notice is the more you study it, the more you will see every chart almost looks exactly like that, including, but not limited to, VRA. Right? Or no, Veracity. No, I'm thinking of a different one. What? Oh, it is VRA. Okay, I lied about VRA. VRA. Oh yeah. VRA has, it's in accumulation. It hasn't gotten its sign of strength yet. This is accumulation. Link seems to be a first mover. I agree. When I try to buy Solnic on Coinbase Wallet, it says transactions will likely fail. You need to turn up your slippage. I usually keep mine around like 1% or 1.5 if people are really trying to buy. That's all that means. But you need Solana on the Coinbase wallet. I've never personally bought it on Coinbase, but I know a lot of people have. But you would just need Solana. XTZ9. Make sure that's the last 4 of the contract. Pink. XTZ9. Could you look at PEI? Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll look at your guys' coins now. I've rambled on enough. An hour straight. VeChain, yeah, VeChain to me, beautiful. It has the same charts as everything that I'm talking about. Gorgeous. And to me, out of blue chips, VeChain is one of my favorite plays. PEI. On ETH. Up 27% today. Is this the right one? 137 million? Right, Megan? Megan, by the way, how many coins were in accumulation, such as Link? Megan was here. Megan's she's in the private Discord. How many coins were here in accumulation? I said we're getting a sign of strength next. Like, how many coins look like that? I'm not right about everything. I don't bat 100%. I don't bat 1,000. But I'll ask Megan. I did not pre-rehearse this question. But she was here when most of the market was here. And I said, this is the next move. I gave price targets. Gina says, AUR. Please check the chart. I got you, fam. Let me finish this one. Is this the right one? Targets for AMP. Gemini has a whole lot. Okay, yeah. I'll look at that, brother. You think VeChain will have a good run this morning? I do. All right. This looks like it's in price discovery. I would, if it were me. So you purchased this in July? Early? You said early July? You said early July, right? I purchased early July. Okay. Okay, so you got a decent price. This is in working into the markup phase. I would start getting ready to take profit. I'll give you some targets. It might have already hit the first one, like a little bit. I'm going to give you percentages. Okay, so price discovery is about another 25%. And then parabolic is about a 1.7x. So yeah, I would start getting ready to take profit on this one. Price target for Chainlink, $80, as high as $180. All right, let's look up AURORA, and then we'll look at AMP. Yeah, I'm not saying take profit today, but I'm saying like I would be getting ready to, right? AURORA. Yeah, okay, this is the same chart as everything that I've been talking about. This is the same exact thing, right? When we look at it, let's compare it to shit, where's my link? Here we go. Here's link. Not quite as clean as link, but nothing really is as far as TA goes. But this is the same chart though. Structurally, this is the same thing. You have your accumulation, the bottom, your sign of strength, and then your back test of the prior range. Okay? And to me, and I'll put this out in Chainlink. That's right. I'll put this out. The best time to buy is accumulation. That's the most boring and it's the most bloody. The best time to buy when you factor in opportunity cost, as in how long do I need to hold this coin before it's in the green, is the back test of the prior range. And what you'll notice is most of the market is right there. Most of the market is right there. Even Solnic is right there. The back test of the prior range. That's the best buying opportunity when you factor in opportunity costs, as in how long do I need to hold this coin before it's in the green. Accumulation, the bottom, sign of strength, back test of the prior range. This is the best buying opportunity when you factor in opportunity costs. How long do I need to hold before I'm in the green? That's where this is. Okay, let me give you targets. If it just wants to retrace, which everything that is not broken will, you're looking at $1. That's about a 6x. Like, you take that all day. Parabolic is about a 15x, $2.25. NFT update. Irish Dano. All right, so here's the NFT update. Me and Cliff got off the phone right before we went live with Ralphie. We made a couple custom ones, a couple custom NFTs. He said he's going to do one final check tonight, and then, but it's like it's already done. It's just one more pass through. So they are done. And then tomorrow we're moving on to the next stage, which is going to be setting up the launch pad. Okay. Once we have the launch pad set up, they will be launched. Okay. At launch, each NFT will be $60, 60 US dollars. And then there will be a secondary market for buying and selling, and that will be determined by the market. There is going to be certain NFTs that we're going to put a bounty on them. Example, if you mint NFT, because you're not gonna be able to pick which one you want. That's why there's a secondary market. If you want a X NFT for sure, you're gonna have to buy it on the secondary market, right? But we're gonna put a bounty on, like if you have NFT, if you mint NFT 777, you're gonna get like X amount of Solnic plus an airdrop. If you mint a male and a female NFT, you're gonna get an airdrop, right? Certain things like that. They're called bounties. Okay, there's only 1,589 total. They will be $60 a piece. Any limit on mint? No, there's not. There's only 1,500. Well, I guess there is 1,589. That's it. They're $60 each. We have Solnic. We have Solnic's evil cousin, which is Gary Gensler, aka the SEC, and then we have Solnic's girlfriend. Those are more rare. The female is only like 10%, and then Gary Gensler is only, I think it's 3%. They're more rare. But you need to have a male and a female to get a certain. There's going to be other things in the future. Dids on Iron Man Solnic. Sorry, mint per wallet. No, there's not per wallet. Well, 1589. That's the. What a fun move over the last 45 minutes. Listed on Magic Eden. We will list them on Magic Eden. I don't know if we're gonna launch from I don't think that we're gonna launch from Magic Eden. Once you have launched, though, you can list them anywhere. Ski teaching the birds and the bees. How do you add the 702 Fibonacci? Okay, pretty easy. I don't like the 786. I like the 702. That's a personal preference. You don't need to add it. That's just what I like to do. What you need to do to add the 702, pull a fib, and then you're just going to click on one of the lines. When you click on a line, it will give you the settings tab. So mine's down here. When I click on it, it's down here. It's going to give you the settings. Okay. And then you're going to have all these. The only one that's different about mine is the 702 is unchecked. The 888 is unchecked. And then the 786 is checked. So this is stock, right? It's a different color than that. I changed the color. And you can change you can make it whatever color you like. You can just click on it. But in order to do that, I don't even want the 786. You can keep it if you want. But for me, all I did, if you want yours to look exactly the same as mine, is uncheck 786. You have to manually add in 888. So I added that in. And then the 702, which to me, the 702 is the decider. That is the one. That is the decider. That is in there. You just have to check it. If there's a certain number that you want that's not in there, all you have to do is just click on one of them. If I wanted this to be the 619, it could be like that, right? I could just change it. And if I want to change this to freaking black, I could do that. You know, I don't know why you would want to do that, but you could. So that's how you change. That's how you mess with your NFT. Or not NFT. I said NFT. Fibonacci. The NFT will be available in the Telegram, or do we have to buy them? You have to buy them, yeah. 95,000. What are you saying? Can you check AMD? Yeah, let's check AMP for my man. Oh no. 702 means what? Well, all right. Should we get real woo woo-y? Come on. I don't remember how to spell this. That's way off. I don't think that's the right one. Where is it? Oh, it's Gamachinator. That's the one I need. Gamachinator. All right. So Gematria is the study of like numbers. It converts letters into numbers. Okay, and there's a way. I haven't done this in a minute. There's a way to edit this. Here we go. Options. And we're going to add in. I forget how to add. I forget how to add the other ciphers. I need the Chaldean. I don't remember, but in one of them, money is 72. I don't remember which one it is. Okay, ordinal. It's 72. Which 702, in the rules of numerology, you take out the 0. So that's why I like it. It's also in Chaldean as well. Yeah, Waters Above is the master at that. I'm just a student. I'm not a master. Chinese Restart Remix. But where do we buy them? 2BT. Waters Above is the master at the best decoder I think is Logan. Decode Your Reality. He's the master decoder. I think that Waters Above is the best decoder when it comes to crypto. I'm just a student. I'm not a master at that. Wyckoff is my specialty, as well as like really, honestly, like emotional, just observing how the crowd feels, or how, not the crowd. The crowd is not the right. The masses, observing fear and greed. Like I'm very good at intuitively picking that up. That's what I'm a master at. What's up, fam? What are good profit-taking strategies? I like to just DCA the same way. That's an easy one. How would we go about buying one of the NFTs? So they will either be on an exchange, such as, yeah, I have a lot of respect for Waters Above and his work. There's very few like TA people that I really have a lot of respect for their work. He is one of them. He has his own flavor and his own style, but I have a lot of respect for it. It will either be on our own website or on a launch pad from an NFT exchange. But if it's from our own website, we'll then list them on an exchange, such as Magic Eden. Caesar, thank you for the let him cook, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Can you check Capcoin on deck screen? Yeah. Yeah, and I don't agree with everything he says, but that's what makes us human. But I respect his work. Capcoin. Is this the right one, bro? This is weird. Why is there no audit? That's what I typed in. Capcoin. What's the contract address? In Wyckoff, is there some buying signals, SOS, etc.? What are selling signals? The reverse. The reverse of accumulation is distribution. Accumulation measures the bottom, right? So let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had both accumulation and distribution, but in realistically, they are the same. It's just the balance factor of things. It's just the reverse of it. So all of this right here was accumulation for Bitcoin, right? This was all accumulation. This was all distribution. And you have a lot of the same things, but it's the reverse. Instead of a selling climax, you have a buying climax, right? Instead of a spring, you have an upthrust. It's all the same stuff. It's just the opposite. So to answer your question, absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to bookmark this. I keep forgetting. Here we go. Because I like this. This is the one that I want. Look. So you have accumulation, right? This is the bottom. Distribution is the opposite. Instead of a selling climax, you have a buying climax. Instead of an automatic rally, you have an automatic reaction. You have your secondary test. Instead of a sign of strength, you have a sign of weakness. Instead of a secondary test in phase B, you have an upthrust. Instead of a spring, you have a UTAD test, right? And then here's your sign of weakness instead of your sign of strength. So yes, very much so. Very much so. Wyckoff tells you when the top is in as well. Now, with crypto, big coins, you typically will get a big, nice, beautiful distribution like this. A lot of times with meme coins and stuff, you don't. You just have a parabolic euphoria, and then what I look at is Fibonacci's too. I think 2017 is mimicking this run. I agree. I agree very strongly with you. I agree very much. Structurally, I agree very, very, very much. It's a baseball hat. Okay, and it's AQHT. Okay. AQ. On what fib do you start taking profits? Just before the 1618. You don't want to wait till the day of. You want to be a day early and $1 short. You don't want to be the guy who you should not be your goal to sell the absolute top. You just need to be in the right flavor. You don't need to be the guy to sell the absolute top or the gal. You just need to be in the right flavor. That's it. If you're in the right flavor, you can make a hell of a lot of money. People have this weird obsession with like, I'm going to wait until it's the absolute bottom and then I'm going to go all in. Or I'm going to wait till it's the absolute top and then I'm going to sell. It's like, no, just be in the right flavor and you can make a hell of a lot of money. AQHT, AQHT. Let me see. I don't even see. Okay, here it is. 120. Yeah, bro. This is too small for me to give you and too early. There's not enough data for me to tell you. It's your boy. What's up, fam? Right, that's right. Like the exchanges are getting the top for real. It's my boy. What's up, fam? What's up, fam? Can you check Lumi Chill? Yeah, give me the last 4, please. What's good, fam? Coinbase is the worst. Again, that's right. Listen, don't even try to get the top. You just need to be in the right flavor. That's it. Like, okay, put it to you like this. If I make a 30x on a coin, as in I invest $1,000 and now that's worth $30,000. What the hell is another 30%? If I made a 30x, why would I care about another 30% or 20%? Who cares? What do you think about science plays on crypto? I don't know. I don't know if there's any like real ones. You know what I mean? I think it might be a little buzzy. Buzzwordsies. All right, listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Is this the coin right here, bro? Lumi Chill. Is this the coin? Okay, listen. All right, let's talk about it. Cause who asked it? ARG asked me, are there some buying signals? What are the selling signals of Wyckoff? Here it is. Okay, signal number 1, 3618 on the Fibonacci. When you pull a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, I never count anything above the 3618. Anything above that is a bonus. It doesn't go above it much, and when it does, it comes back even harder. It was at the 3618 and chilling at the 3618 and chilling at the 2618. This is what I call maximum parabolic. This is what I call parabolic, 2618. Okay? This is your buying climax, your automatic reaction. This is distribution. Okay? This is distribution. Buying climax, automatic reaction. Now, again, I want to be very, very clear. This is a microcap meme coin. You typically don't get a nice, beautiful distribution. If you were my brother, I would tell you to take profit. Because when you come up in a straight line like this, all the way up, right? Guess what? Like all that's getting filled out. There's no trading in here. Everyone wants a straight line, but they don't want the effects of a straight line. A straight line means when you finally come back down, guess where you're coming back to? You're coming back to the last point of trading. All this is a straight line. So that means when it comes back down, it's coming back. down for real. Okay? I would take profit. You don't have to take everything, just take your initial investment. You're looking at about 65% downside risk right now. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for this time. I'm gonna be live for a lot longer tomorrow. It's taking me a little bit to get into my rhythm of this because I just started film school with some real, like, by the way, guys, if you think like we're grinding right now, just wait. I just started a 9-month program with professional, like, real deal filmmakers, like with real deal, like Hollywood movies, videography, cinematography, directors, all that stuff with way more experience than me. So just wait. But anyways, I thought 7 would be good, but it's not. We're going to do 8 o'clock p.m. Central Monday through Friday. And then we're going to do 1 p.m. Central on Sundays. So every day, Monday through Friday, I'll be live at 8. Tomorrow, we're going to do like a 3-hour live stream. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, join the Telegram. I will never message you first. If someone messages you claiming to be your boy Ski, it's not me. Tomorrow is my birthday. We're going to celebrate. All I want for my birthday is Solnic to break out. Let's make it happen, guys. DCA, Diamond Hand. We are the rocket. We are the fuel. We are the engineers. This is your captain speaking. Next stop is to Jupiter. Let's go.
I am hustling.